Why is Bitcoin's price rallying so hard?
Yeah, I think it's really people coming to grips with the fact that they can't wait until the election to allocate. There's so much pent up positive demand for crypto and Bitcoin specifically in the market. So many long term trends pushing us forward. We have the Bitcoin ETFs. We have Larry Fink on TV calling it a major asset class. We have institutions moving in. But people sort of had in their mind that they could wait until after the election to get in. I think yesterday, when Kamala Harris came out with some vaguely pro crypto commentary in a policy position paper, that was enough to make people realize that they had to get in now, that they couldn't wait till the end. Our view at Bitwise is that crypto will end the year at new all time highs. And it was just a question of when the rally would begin. It's possible the rally has already begun.
Matt Hougan is a prominent personality in the cryptocurrency industry and the chief investment officer for Bitwise Asset Management, the world's largest provider of cryptocurrency index funds, with over $1.5 billion in assets under management. As a world-leading expert on ETFs and financial technology, Hougan has a special appreciation for cryptocurrency-based spot ETFs and their impact on the development of the cryptocurrency industry in the US and globally. Much like other crypto market participants, Hougan has been celebrating the approval of spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, and his firm, Bitwise Asset Management, has applied to the SEC to offer a spot XRP ETF to investors. The Bitwise CIO is exceedingly bullish on the overall cryptocurrency market and believes the market is on the verge of a massive breakout that would see prices easily soar to new all-time highs. In a recent tweet on social media platform X, Hougan made a super bullish six-figure prediction for Bitcoin. His prediction is based on several factors he sees aligning in favor of the cryptocurrency market as we head into the US elections in November. His tweet reads, "We're heading to six-figure Bitcoin. ETF flows are accelerating. The election is approaching. Infinite deficits based on bipartisan agreement. Economic stimulus in China. Global rate cuts, the Fed, and the ECB. Halving supply shock is starting to bite, and whales are accumulating." This tweet sums up a majority of the expectations of prominent market participants like Hougan, who have been calling for significant price appreciation for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies since the beginning of the year. After what has been a turbulent period for the market and the overall global economy, things are finally beginning to fall into place, raising expectations and market sentiment. Hougan also recently appeared for an interview on the Altcoin Daily YouTube channel. During the illuminating discussion, Hougan explains why this is only the beginning of a much larger rally, gives an update on the crypto ETFs, and shares his super bullish 2025 prediction for Bitcoin and Ethereum. As we bring you clips from the interview, please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Everything you do helps with the YouTube algorithm and immensely contributes to the channel's growth. Thanks and enjoy the video.
There is a really significant amount of money on the sidelines. At Bitwise, what we do all day is speak to financial advisors and family offices and institutions about crypto, and they all had their eye on the election, wondering if crypto will get the all clear. Markets hate nothing worse than uncertainty. And I think for many people, the election represented uncertainty. And so they were sitting on the sidelines waiting. They realized that crypto is not going away. They realized that it's moving into the institutional sort of part of the world, but they thought they could wait and delay. I think if this rally continues, if we continue to see momentum and it trips up towards 70,000, I think it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. People realizing they have to get on the train before the election. They can't wait for the all clear. And that's normal. You often see, assets rallying before news. And I think that's a little bit what we might be seeing right here. I mean, you have it exactly right. From one perspective, these are the most successful ETF launches of all time, attracted $1 billion investment, already turned on at Morgan Stanley, which is faster than usually happens for ETFs. But it's still the case that most investors, believe it or not, most large institutional investors can't access these ETFs. It's a limited approval at Morgan Stanley. The other major wirehouses like UBS and Wells Fargo haven't even turned on these ETFs in a limited sense. Before I came to Bitwise 6.5 years ago, I was the CEO of ETF.com. So this is my neck of the woods. The thing that crypto should realize about ETFs is they are multi-year stories. If you look back at the gold ETF, which when it launched was the most successful ETF launch of all time, year two had more flows than year one, year three more than year two, year four more than year three for 8 straight years. I actually think the same thing is going to happen for Bitcoin ETFs. Yes, this was a record year, the most successful ETF launch of all time. Maybe we'll get $20+ billion of assets into these ETFs in year one. That's amazing. I bet you year two is bigger, and I bet you year three is bigger. ETFs are a 5 to 10 year journey to maturity, so we're still really at the earliest stage.
What is your 2025 Bitcoin price outlook?
Oh, it's a great question. I think it's going to be a new all-time high. I think it's going to be 6-figure Bitcoin for sure. And the question is it a one handle or is it a two handle? When I say for sure, of course, there are no guarantees. This is a risky market. You should only invest what you can lose. But the setup for 2025 is really exceptional. For one, this is about the period in Bitcoin's history where you start to feel the effects of the halving. We sort of forget that the halving happened, right? Because there's been so much news, Bitcoin ETFs, Donald Trump at the Bitcoin conference, strategic reserve talk, BlackRock. But the halving is a big deal, and you're just starting to feel that happen. We also have ETFs, which again, I think next year will be bigger than this year from an adoption perspective. And then we have the generalized 4-year cycle, where sort of this is the year where the animal spirits really start going. We also have governments continuing to abuse fiat currencies, stimulus in China, rate cuts. That's a pretty positive picture. So I think Bitcoin, will end the year at new all-time highs, and then I suspect that it'll surpass that in 2025, and it'll be, a strong year for the markets. What I'll say about Ethereum is I'm actually quite constructive on Ethereum right now. I think it's a contrarian bet within crypto. Ethereum is like the asset that people love to hate. It's kind of the middle child of crypto. It's neither the OG Bitcoin or the hot dot that is, whether you want to say Solana or Sui or Aptos or Monad or pick your new high performance blockchain. People assume that Ethereum is like old tech and it's struggling over fee compression as assets move on to layer twos and activity moves on to layer twos. But when you step back and look at it, what are the killer apps of crypto outside of Bitcoin? There are things like stablecoins, there are things like DeFi, there are things like tokenization. What is the leading blockchain for stablecoins, DeFi, and tokenization? It's still Ethereum. If you're a large traditional financial player looking to build on a public blockchain, what blockchain are you going to choose? Most likely you're going to choose Ethereum. And so I think Ethereum has been sort of passed over this year because it's going through this complex teenage adjustment in its architecture, and it's been missed by the narrative around the excitement for Solana and the excitement for Bitcoin. I think it's set up actually to be a pretty good contrarian play in 2025.
Like Bitcoin, which he believes could get as high as $200,000 in 2025. Hougan is predicting new all-time highs for Ethereum in 2025. According to the Bitwise CIO, this prediction is closely tied to several key factors, which include significant growth in applications built on the Ethereum ecosystem, positive and clear stablecoin legislation in 2025, and long-term focus on the expansion of the Ethereum ecosystem, particularly to address concerns over high network fees. With these factors in place, Hougan predicts that Ethereum will easily smash its previous all-time high of $4,878 and make new all-time highs in 2025. Let us know your thoughts on Hougan's predictions in the comments section below. In other news, the largest banks in the US, JP Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and Citi, are offloading billions in bad debt as consumer financial struggles continue to grow. New data from their recent earnings reports reveal that these four banking giants collectively recorded $6.9 billion in net charge-offs for the third quarter of this year. The primary drivers? A surge in credit card delinquencies and other soured consumer loans. Breaking down the numbers, JP Chase saw its net charge-offs rise to $2.1 billion in Q3, which is a sharp 40% increase from the same period last year. Wells Fargo faced even bigger percentage growth, with its charge-offs hitting $1.1 billion, up a massive 54% from a year ago. Bank of America also posted significant losses, with $1.5 billion in charge-offs, a staggering 64% increase from Q3 2023. Citi wasn't far behind, reporting $2.2 billion in net credit losses, marking a jump of over 32%. These figures come at a time when credit card interest rates in the U.S. have reached unprecedented highs. In August, credit card rates hit a new all-time peak, fueled by the rapid increase in borrowing costs. According to Adam Kobesi, founder and editor-in-chief of the Kobesi Letter, credit card rates have surged by 7 percentage points over the past 2 years, reaching 23.4% just a couple of months ago. This steep rise in interest is creating more financial pressure for consumers, with total U.S. credit card debt now sitting at a record $1.36 trillion, the highest level in history. The effects of this are staggering. Kobesi points out that U.S. consumers are paying a combined $318 billion in annual interest payments, a figure that has doubled since 2019, when the total interest paid was closer to $160 billion. On top of that, serious delinquency rates for credit cards have climbed to 7%, the highest level since 2011. According to Kobesi, the credit card debt bubble is showing signs of popping as more consumers struggle to keep up with mounting interest and debt payments. While this raises some concerns about the health of the banking sector, it is positive for the markets, as it means further rate cuts and possibly full-on Federal Reserve intervention by 2025. How soon do you think this full-scale intervention will begin, and how will it impact crypto asset prices? Please drop your replies, as well as your thoughts on Hougan's interview, in the comment section below. Also, ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.